So, Brandi, what are we talking about, huh?
Pam and Tommy. I just finished it.
Yeah.
And wow. I thought it was going to be cheesy, and I was kind of confused by the casting. Lily James looks nothing like Pamela Anderson.
Nothing.
But it was phenomenal. She looked just like her. I mean, I don't know if they did prosthetic boobs or however they did that. Amazing.
I mean, you can always do push-up, right? But the whole top part was really perfect.
There were nude scenes as well.
That's right.
And I
think I saw those.
Yeah.
Hey, all I can say is I approved.
That's it. No, it continues.
It's fascinating. I mean, even Sebastian Stan as Tommy Lee, so good.
You know what the best part about his acting in that? The little affectation that Tommy Lee has. The tongue dart. Did you pick up on that?
I did not.
Tommy Lee he's got a tongue dart.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time. And this actor picked it up like that. And the whole show is like, you wouldn't think all of a sudden he's got the tongue pops out.
What's a tongue dart? Is that like a Tourette's type situation?
I don't know. Yeah, it's just
but it's a muscle reaction thing. But the thing that Lily James, I mean, isn't she British?
She is.
Oh, is she? I didn't know that.
And she's dark hair, dark eyes a little bit.
Beautiful girl, but
she's a pretty girl, but I mean, they transformed her like you wouldn't believe.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So good.
And like you said, she had dental stuff in.
Yeah, I'm sure they put, some sort of caps or whatever.
Yeah.
Or what do you call that? The little denture thing.
Yeah, the caps.
Hillbilly teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, just everything.
And the tattoo and the little skin condition she had in her upper left shoulder.
So, I mean, overall, what did you guys think? I mean, that whole thing, I mean, Pamela and Tommy really weren't much. I mean, freaking the show, and Tommy's his cool cat, but they made it, I mean, they became the thing when the sex tape.
Well, they were the celebrity couple of was it 80s? No, 90s, early 90s.
It was the mid-90s.
Yeah.
Mid-90s.
Mid to maybe late 90s.
Yeah.
I know that, obviously this was like the kind of the first sex tape situation, but
right.
I don't know. I mean, she was kind of a big deal at that point, right?
Yeah, she was a Playboy. She was a Playboy bunny, right? And then
Baywatch.
Baywatch. Yeah. And so she was a big thing.
Yeah, but think about this, guys. It was Baywatch back then, and David Hasselhoff was bigger than she was. Okay, so
so there you have
Knight Rider. Okay, so right.
He's very big in Germany.
Yeah, he's huge.
And Japan.
And his music was huge in Germany. Let's not go down that road, okay? Come on. The German people are still hating themselves for that.
But you had very few rock drummers who would
strap themselves into a cage and go out over the audience. What's the band name again?
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue. And so he was.
Oh my God! Did you just ask that?
Hey, not my kind of
band.
Full disclosure, though, did you have a poster of David Hasselhoff on your wall?
Like 3.
Wait, no, you got to do your hair at the same time. Like 3. No, but it was a kill. How many? There was an 8-part series.
There was 8 episodes.
Kept pulling me back.
They did say at the very end of it, they felt like this was probably their demise, obviously,
right.
but they did say that they were the love of each other's lives.
To this day.
They
say that, yep.
And but they're not together. They haven't been together
They got back together. They broke up. I mean, Tommy Lee had a bit of a issue with domestic abuse and his temper.
Yes.
Totally understandable. You get the fuck out of the house if that's happening, And
right.
He had to go to therapy and counseling and all that kind of stuff, and he did that. But I don't know how much it helped. He still had some issues.
Narcissism is a thing.
I'm cool with all that, guys. But
You're cool with what?
I'm more interested in this cast and how well they played that game, because we all know that Pamela and Tommy were who they were. They had some good moments and some bad moments, like we all do, and they were always in the celebrity limelight. But the cast that they put on this blew my mind, because half these people I wouldn't think they would even be able to pull it off.
Seth Rogen, I mean,
yeah.
that was great.
He was perfect with his
so
mullet going the whole show.
I love every.
Is that where he had the ship? I mean, no.
The hair.
Wardrobe was huge.
What's his name? Offerman. Nick.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He
good.
was so good.
Yeah. And your buddy was on the show.
Andrew Dice Clay,
Andrew
love
Dice
you,
Clay was
Andrew.
playing the mobster, yeah. But the wardrobe was perfect because he had to be number one, timeline specific, but number two, rock star Tommy Lee, right?
Yeah.
And Pamela, who never wore anything more that covered anything more than from here to here, right?
How long does it take to like draw on all of those tattoos? I mean, do they make them?
No, what they do is they digitize them, and then they got a thing where they boom and stick them on.
Okay.
It's real simple.
What's it say? Anarchy? No. What is it?
No, mayhem. It
Mayhem.
says
Mayhem.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
But it was a killer show. Well worth watching it.
I was a Motley Crue fan.
There you go.
Yeah, I read The Dirt
You were a crew.
a couple of times.
I was a total Motley Crue fan.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of one of the first hard kind of rock bands that was out there, really, right?
No.
Well,
oh,
yeah.
come on, heavy metal. You got to way before that.
Metal's
but that-
different. I didn't say
But
metal.
yeah, but it's still. I mean, that's not. No. I mean,
Dr. Feelgood.
it was cool, but they were one of them.
Yeah.
It was the Sunset Strip. I mean, that's
Yeah,
I feel like
absolutely, yeah.
they started.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Whiskey Go Go, Grizzlies, all those. Yeah.
Yeah. How wild
Rainbow,
can I get?
Roxy.
Rainbow. Yeah. I met Jack Nicholson at Rainbow. Above the rainbow. What do they call it? Over the rainbow?
I have
Over
no.
the rainbow.
Upstairs. It was over the top of the rainbow.
Yeah,
It was a special club.
yeah. I've
He-
met quite a few people. I
Yeah.
have some stories from the Rainbow Room.
That's another episode, I believe.
Hey, just keep me out of that one.
When you go up
You
the
might want to
rainbow,
hear these.
right?
They're kind of funny.
You go up to the rainbow, and there's like this side exit off to the left side, and this big limo pulls up, and I'm like, we're out there all drinking out on the sidewalk. We're taking a break from inside the bar. And I look over, the back door opens. There's Jack just sitting back there with probably a bourbon or something, right? And he's got a cigar in his hand. He gets out,
I do
walks
like
up to
bourbon.
this little side door, the speakeasy door, pushes the button. It's Jack. Door opens up, and up he goes,
There you go. Well, that's
Can't get any cooler than that.
there's a lot of doors in Hollywood like that.
But it's kind of interesting. The Seth Rogen character, right? He's the one who stole the tape. He was a contractor at Tommy Lee's house, and
Well, he's
didn't
a
get
piece of
paid.
shit. Yeah.
He
Well,
didn't get. Well, he wasn't really a piece of shit. He
The
didn't
thing
get paid.
was, he didn't pay him, and it was like $9,000 or something
More.
crazy like
More.
that.
It was like 20 grand.
He didn't pay
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And
then
then
he comes
so he was
back
like,
to get his
"Fuck
tools,
it, I'm
and Tommy
gonna go."
says, "Fuck you, you can't
Yeah,
have
I
your
won't
tools."
even let him take his tools. So he stole his safe.
Well, he stole his whole
Is
safe.
is that really the way it happened?
Yeah.
Was
Blissfully
Tommy that big of
unaware
a
of the
dick
fact
where he
that
didn't
there
pay
was a-
somebody?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unaware of the fact that there was a tape in there, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
And back then, you really didn't have internet, right? The whole part of this whole show was the coming of age of the internet, where you put that
yeah,
online.
them going to
Right.
they went to the library to see it for the first time
Yeah.
because they didn't have the World Wide Web, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they're in a laundromat, in the back room of the laundromat, where they got these tape replicating machines making tons of copies, right? And you got the guy out in the, what was the big
Tower
album?
Records.
Tower Records, right?
Yeah.
Selling out in the parking lot. This is all true stuff. It was an unbelievable story.
It is
What
a
kind of
pretty
money did he
incredible
make,
story.
Seth, on
You know,
this thing?
I don't think he made a lot.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So he got burned on every
Everywhere
avenue.
he turned.
Seriously, and then he ended up like having a porn career and marrying this woman. I mean, it's a kind of convoluted. And then he had like a mea culpa at the end, and he felt
Yep.
really bad,
Well, and I think that's
and
the
ended
really
up
killer
just
part.
growing
Yeah.
weed, marijuana.
Marijuana.
Well, that was a good point, because it was at the meeting he had with Tommy Lee at Dodger Stadium parking lot, right? And Tommy's going off, "I'm going to kick your ass." They got a gate between them, so they can't really get at each other. But Tommy just goes, "Do you think Pam deserved this? Do you think Pam really deserved what you're doing to her?" And his face just went like this. It's
Yeah,
like,
he's like, I'm an
"Oh."
asshole. You know, I
Oh.
probably deserve this, but
Yeah.
she doesn't.
And then his
yeah, but Tommy
ex-girlfriend-
did it to her, not this cat.
And then Seth Rogen's character's ex-wife
No,
or
he-
girlfriend.
I mean, he did.
If he didn't pay the guy, I
didn't
wouldn't give him his
pay him.
tools. He did it to him.
He
'cause-
didn't pay him, but
Yeah.
you know, I didn't just non-payment doesn't mean go in and steal somebody's shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then non-payment doesn't mean
Well, listen, if you don't pay
Take
me,
a
I'm going to
tape.
come in and steal your shit.
Part of
telling
that awakening was,
Yeah.
though, that the Seth Rogen, what was the guy's name? I don't remember.
can't
The Seth
remember.
Rogen's character realizes, because his ex-girlfriend told him.
It was Rand
The
Guther.
ex-wife.
That's
Rand.
not porno.
Rand.
That's Rand. That's love. It's not just a random
Yeah.
porno.
They did say,
if
"I
you
love
look
you"
in their
quite a bit in that
faces,
movie. I don't
it's
know if you
all
did watch
about
it.
the deep, deep love that Pam and Tommy had. And that's kind of like the nexus of like, oh crap, what did I do? Putting this thing out there.
Oh, hey, you don't pay me. Hell's coming.
Did you see the tape? Have you ever watched it? Have you seen it?
I've
seen
never
it.
seen the tape.
Me neither.
Yeah. Oh, nobody here has seen it.
Yeah.
I think Brandi and I watched it together. I'm not sure. No, not so much.
Never happened.
Foreplay.
She keeps asking me to, but I'm not doing it.
I'm just
There's
not.
a lot of I love yous, and spoiler alert. The weirdest part for me, and was that the first episode with the talking? There's a talking.
Oh,
penis.
the talking penis.
There's
Yeah,
a
that was the
talking
second, I
penis.
think.
There's a talking penis.
Don't all penises talk?
I don't know.
Never
As
heard mine.
someone who doesn't own one,
Yeah.
Not a peep out of mine, by the way.
You got to get yourself a talking penis.
I guess so.
I guess so. Can I buy one? Or how
Yeah, well. Listen,
this
we're going to
work?
have them for sale after
It's
the
on a
show.
headband. It's like,
Yeah. Come on,
Oh,
guys.
Lordy.
Jesus.
Good
Hey,
show, though.
don't be giving the stuff away there, Brandi. Holy moly.
Sorry.
That's gonna
but
be a
come
huge
on.
seller.
there is a lot of full frontal on both parts, and there's a lot of sex scenes, and so those
Yeah,
who
it's like
just want to
watching
see that, you
Euphoria.
can watch that. Yeah, and it's
Well,
on
yeah, they
Hulu,
did a
right?
nice bolt on Tommy.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's talk
A
about
lot of
more makeup.
prosthetics there.
Yeah, a lot of prosthetics.
Unless
amazing what they can
unless
do.
Sebastian Stan is packing heat, I don't know.
No, you know what that reminded me of?
Neat.
What was that other movie we just?
Oh, Dirk Diggler.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, Mark.
Red Rocket.
Oh,
Red Rocket.
No, they never showed us Johnson, did they?
Yeah, when he was running, remember?
Johnson?
Oh.
Did people still call
Yeah.
it
Same thing.
But it wasn't
I think they
talking.
use the same prosthetic. I think that they share
that?
the
Just passing
prosthetic.
around.
Yeah. Can we rent that prosthetic?
Where the hell did I put my penis?
Yeah.
Where's my fake peanut?
Damn it!
For the love of God, they lost that thing again.
That's a pretty remarkable story, though. It really was. It was a good story.
It is, I initially when I kind of gave it an eye roll when I
I did
heard
too.
that they were making this,
Yep.
but then
Yeah.
I was like, I have to watch
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's one of those
Because I
things
thought
where
it was
you
going
get
to be
caught
a
up.
shit
Yeah.
show, I mean, I just thought it was going to be super cheesy.
And it seems pretty much real
It
life.
was actually
Yeah.
Well, for me,
watchable and interesting.
Yeah.
during the 90s, I lived up there and I was part of that whole scene, so it was like kind of cool reliving
scene?
not that scene, but the whole Sunset Strip scene,
Okay.
and the music, rock and roll, all that crap. And it hit home for me, so cool.
And Rand is his name again?
Rand.
He was an ex-porn guy, right?
Yeah.
He was.
And when they called him in was when they needed somebody to do
A fluffer.
backdoor action because he's
Yeah.
so small. They said, yeah, use him. All the actresses the other girls were like, not him. That ain't gonna happen.
And
They
Seth
called in
Rogen's
Rand,
like,
Yeah.
which is another.
He's like,
reason
tap
he's-
me in.
So it was another reason he's always you just can't buy a favor of that guy. He's got nothing going for him.
Well, he
Nick
was not
Offer-
one of God's favorites.
No.
well, apparently he is. I mean, he's in every movie we freaking,
No.
Who,
God
Rand?
said,
no, freaking Seth.
yeah, God says, hey, you want a cock? He thought he said, Doc, you don't own a boat. He said, no, I don't need one.
Okay, I'm sure you guys have had enough of our bullshit. So, I mean, listen, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and we'll catch you next time.